Okay, we're live. And I just got the notification. Okay, so anyone who's watching, we are having internet issues. So if we just all of a sudden disappear, just bear with us. We will try and get back on. I'm just going to quickly share us out. We've got a couple of people watching. So hello everyone. This is Jamie from Jamie Miller's Inspiring Life. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I should have just read it.
It's right there on the screen.
No memories. Hey Michelle, how are you, sweetie? I'm just going to do a quick share
Hello.
out everywhere. Duk, 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 duk. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't got the circus song happening yet, so that's all good. Hey Amy, how you feeling today, sweetie? I hope you're feeling better. This is Jamie. We haven't done a live for how long?
Oh, ages.
Yeah,
Maybe. I
I
can't remember. It's
reckon.
been that long.
I reckon it's probably about a year, roughly, since we went on together. So Jamie, I messaged him this morning. I said, "Hey, you want to go live?" And he's like, "Yeah." So here we are. Hope you, sweetie. Hope you're all well. I'm just doing a quick share out while the internet is working. Yeah.
I'm
So we're
trying to do the
having
same.
yeah. Get it done. Get it done. Um, I think that'll do. That'll do. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, sweetie. Good, 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 good. So yeah, guys, share us out. Share us out. Jamie and I are here to do live readings, and if we're drawn, or if anyone is after a, yeah, there it went. Okay, we're here to do live readings. If anyone is after a guarantee, like if anyone would like a guaranteed reading, we will go to those that we're drawn to outside of the donations. But if anyone is after a guaranteed reading, which I've put the PayPal link in the description. If anyone is after healing, let us know as well. We will do our best to get to as many people as we can. We are having internet issues. Just reset everything, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it all runs well for tonight. Um, so yeah, did you want to tell people a little bit about yourself? I'll just put you on the spot. So I have to.
I,
Sorry.
I don't really do traditional readings much anymore. It's more just helping people deal with whatever they've got going on. Yeah, instead of cold readings, more just sort of advice to deal with, yeah, whatever situation they're going through, and just pulling on my experience, and yeah.
Yes, Jamie's very fingers crossed. Thank you. Fingers crossed. So yeah.
It's a little bit glitchy, but I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. Before we were trying to talk, and it was just like, yeah, it wasn't happening. He's like, "Have you reset your thing lately?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no." So everything got shut down. Caitlin's like, "The Wi-Fi's dropped out." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just wait a minute. It'll come back."
It's way better than it
So
was.
yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, we just thought we'd pop on a Saturday night. Everyone's probably out doing something, but yeah, we thought we'd pop on. Hello, Brianna. How are you, sweetie? What time's it there for you? It would have to be reasonably early. Bettina. I don't believe I've seen that name before. Looking for some guidance. Okay, well we might jump to. Where do we go? We might jump to do what I call a warm up reading. Oh, it's good since I did the yes. Everyone keep your fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed. 7:15. Oh, you're up early.
Early.
Saturday morning, sweetheart. Yeah, my kids had me up at like 6:30. I'm like, really? I love you. All week. So like I've had to wake them up. And then come Saturday morning, Sunday mornings, ding, crack it on. Sleep in. Yeah, it's Saturday night here. What are we? 8:45 p.m. now. So yes. All right. So we might do a little bit of a warm up. I might grab Bettina. I don't think I've read for Bettina before. Bettina, are you still here, sweetheart? So if anyone has got any questions, please feel free to pop them in the comments as well. We will answer as best as we can with what we get through. I am at 8. Oh, I am at 8. You are at 8. What do you mean? Oh, I am at 8.
I thought Amanda was in Adelaide for some reason.
Yeah, she is.
Maybe our clock's slowed down.
What's going on?
Time is being funky at the moment.
I know, when is it the other day? It was so long, and it flew. Wrong button on laptop. The guy's feeling a little bit lost. Okay, Bettina. Oh, it's shocking on the laptop. It's like it's so much quicker on the phone. Okay, shall we jump into Bettina? So what we'll do is we'll just see what's going on for you, sweetheart, and we will pick up what needs to come through. Okay. If you get anything first, just jump in.
To me, it feels like you're kind of asking about across the board with your life, which is very much what we're all going through at the moment. And that's actually something I'll mention now before I get into it, is even though we're reading for one specific person, a lot of people are going through the same thing. So there's going to be a lot of things that people will resonate. So, even if we're reading for someone else, just, take what resonates and apply it to whatever your situation is. And if it's not relevant, just leave it. But yeah, I'm getting that it's basically, it feels like your energy is kind of what I've been going through as well, where your life is just being turned upside down and you're really looking at where your energy is being placed and finding what is actually in alignment with you. And really, my advice would be to really pull all of your energy back and sort of take time out for yourself and find what it is that resonates with your spirit and soul, and just focus on adding one thing at a time and just seeing how it impacts you. So something that I've noticed for myself is the more time I've spent alone away from everyone else's energy, the more I'm feeling and hearing myself and what's in alignment with me. And then if I do something, see someone, and it's that energy balance is off, it gives me a clear direction on that's not in alignment for me. I'm not going to go there. And then vice versa. It's like, if that feels good, like I'm really going back. It's funny because for me, I always tried to shut down my emotions and my sensitivity, and now I'm working really hard to get back into that, really feeling everything and seeing what actually resonates with my core soul and my frequency, and just going with anything in alignment. And just the more you can do it across your entire life, relationships, friendships, food, what you're consuming on social media, TV, just really pay attention to how you feel while you're doing anything. And something that I've found really beneficial is, for me, my main thing has been my health healing journey. And the more I've spent feeling what I feel with, anything I eat or drink, and just seeing how that reacts is the best way to start. And now I'm sort of on the other side of that. I'm actually feeling into things before I'm consuming it, because when you get your energy really sort of fine-tuned, you can actually tune into things. So it took me a while to realize, but for me, I could stand next to coffee, like making someone a coffee, and I would actually get anxiety from the caffeine without even consuming it. So energy all around us affects us. So just really be aware of your surroundings, and sometimes keeping busy is actually the opposite. Sometimes we need to sort of just be still and reset and rest, and just take a day out if you can, and just be like, I'm doing nothing today. And then you'll get a better reset, and just really pay attention to the thoughts as well, because I do feel that there's quite a lot of mind racing at the moment. So you are quite sensitive. So you're obviously picking up on other people you're energetically connected to. So start questioning, is this my thoughts or is this coming from external? So we can actually get energetic interference from other people, and it comes through as almost, it's similar but different to a thought. But once you start to notice the trend, you'll actually be able to pinpoint and go, oh, this isn't mine, clear it out. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, you've got to feel it to really understand what's actually yours, and like question everything that you're feeling, thinking, is this mine? Clear it. Is this mine? Clear it. And the more you do that, you'll actually find more of yourself, and you'll find that your path will be a lot easier to navigate. I'll let you go now.
Am I here?
Yeah. I was gone.
I'm just
I wasn't
watching
sure.
my screen flick on off. All right, my screen's like keeps disappearing on me. I'm like, come on. Yeah, Bettina, definitely. I was seeing that you need to find some balance in your life, sweetheart. Kind of, as Jem was saying, feeling. We do need to stop to feel, because if we ignore them, it's just going to build up and up and up, and at some point, it's literally going to explode out. Whether that being through verbally to someone, like whether it's through your health, in some kind of way, it's going to come out in a big way. So the more you can sit in it, feel it, breathe it, own all those parts of you, because everything that we are it makes us who we are. It's helped us get to where we are. Like, basically, if we didn't have all these emotions, we wouldn't be functioning. We wouldn't be kind of creating the life that we have right this second. But now it's time to kind of stop, reset. All right, sweetheart. So just find some balance in your life. If you're feeling overwhelmed with things, write lists. What do you need to prioritize at the moment? Whether it is your emotional state, whether it is maybe you're feeling overwhelmed from household chores, or feeling overwhelmed from work or something, and just start to prioritize things that you need to do. One thing a day. If it's one room that you get done each week, awesome. I kept seeing a car, so I don't know whether you are planning on traveling somewhere, sweetheart, or whether this is symbolizing that there's something with your vehicle that you may just need to get checked. It could just be a tire or something. You lost your daughter a month
You got
ago.
a scammer.
Oh, yeah, I just grabbed them. You just bought a car.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Right. Cool. So that could have just been why they're showing me a car. And I'm really sorry to hear about your daughter. That would be really hard to cope with. Absolutely. I've got 4 children myself, and I could not imagine. So just be really kind to yourself. Allow that grief to come out, though. My daughter's car has to go back to righty. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's that. Okay. You just bought a car and your daughter's car has to go back. Okay. How old was she, sweetheart? It'd be really hard to kind of get through that. Do you have a late? Oh, 10, sweetie. Sorry. Do you have a lake near you? I feel if you can go sit by this lake if it is near you, or find a lake that's near you, just sit by it. And just find that she was very sick for a long time. No, that's okay. Try and find some water, or even take a nice relaxing bath, and just just envision or feel however you wish to do. Just feel those, feel your energy being recharged, and feel anything that's feeling a bit off, a bit yucky. Just feel that water washing it away, okay, sweetie? Water is really good. Water is emotions as well, so it may help with that as well.
Um, are you finished, or?
Yeah, I'm just pulling a little card.
I'll go after that.
Okay. So this card's just saying I love this card passed around the smile deck. So relax. Everything is okay. Everything is working out perfectly, and this situation will resolve effortlessly. Expect miraculous. If things are working out, sweetie, it may feel a bit sticky at the moment, but they are going to settle, okay?
With your anxiety, really focus on your breath and coming into the body. You're doing what I've been doing a lot lately, is coming out of the body. It's something that is a trauma response that we basically learn to do over time, where when we get in our pain body, we actually leave the body, and it prevents us from feeling it, which then creates trapped energy, which is, trapped emotions, trapped trauma. And then when it gets stuck in the body, then it gets harder and harder to release. So the more you can do just conscious breathing, like just sit there and just and let that weight drop and come back into your body, you'll notice a big difference with that, and it'll help you to feel whatever it is that you need to feel. Don't shut it down. Like, even if you're at the shops and it comes, just let it out. Like, it's one of the worst things we can do is not allow ourselves to feel what we need to feel whenever we need to feel it. Because you may find that you're doing something, it'll be anything that'll just remind you, and it'll just suddenly bring it up. And that's something that I've had to work really hard, is because I had shut mine down so much constantly, because it wasn't appropriate in that moment. I didn't feel it was, that it created a heap of energy blockages for me. So I've had to work so hard to unblock that. So yeah, I just make sure that you try and stay in the body and focus on the breath. Like, that's the number one thing. And obviously nature, if you can get out into nature as well. And yeah, I was feeling it. It's pretty bad. If you don't mind, I would actually like to tune in and change the pattern that you've got running at the moment. Totally up to you if you want me to do that, so I can help shift that at the moment. But it's every time you get a trigger, it's going to come back. So me changing the pattern will just give you some temporary relief, so that it makes it easier for you to face it. It's that bad. Like, it feels like she's had 50 cups of coffee. 50 cups of coffee.
Yeah. Are you happy for Jamie to do this for you, sweetheart?
I think there's usually a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tune in and I'll let you continue, or grab someone else.
Yeah, we got Stephanie's donated, so I'll get to Stephanie while you do Bettina. So enjoy, Bettina, and I hope everything gets better for you, sweetie. That's Steph. Steph. fresh, Stephanie. There you are. Hello, gorgeous. Stefan, have you been do you do healings or anything? I keep seeing pyramids. Yeah, no, the Merkaba. That's why. Connect with I was calling Megatron. Archangel Metatron. We feel like you're about to, I don't know if you're having a really big shift forward, a fast shift at the moment. But I do feel there's something to do with triangles like pyramids. Yeah, I do feel you need to. That's showing me that, you know, I remember, what's that symbol with the snakes going up the pole with the wings, like the medicine kind of.
Kundalini.
What's that symbol? Yeah, no. You know the like the symbol for healing medicine. There's two snakes that go up the pole, and then that's got wings at the top. My dad uses it on, I think, his. He's incorporated it in his logo. Oh crap! What's that? Yeah,
the pharmacy
start
has
stepping into your healing, sweetheart. Hey. I don't know whether you're going to be shown. I feel like you are actually going to start to be shown a few things in the way of healings, what you can do, how you can draw the energy out. I started seeing the energy flowing up her back. So I don't know whether it has been activated or it is going to be activated, but I do also think step into your healings as well, sweetie. That's going to empower you a little bit more. Is there anything going on with like the female, like the reproductive system?
I was just getting that
For you at the moment? Yeah, I'm literally being shown. Been working a lot personally. Oh, awesome. Caduceus, yes, that's probably the one. Yeah, it's been crazy shifting. Awesome. Has been some issues. Okay. All right. Sorry, they're just showing me that area. Are you getting it looked like getting some advice regarding that video, or do you know what's going on? Do you have any issues with your knees? Oh, that's radiating back into my lower back, and then it's actually my knees have gone all with like
I'm not sure if she's cut out or if I've cut out.
President inverse it. Go through all of your body and ask it to focus on these areas that you're needing healing with as well, sweetie. Oh, shit, woman. I'm cutting out. Okay. Did anyone catch that?
I got bits of it. But I think I was probably just reading what you were saying.
Yeah. Right. Do you have anything for Steph?
I had to laugh when she said she doesn't want any more kids. And just quickly, Tina commented, someone put their birth date up. That is something that I want to definitely bring awareness to, because there are so many scammers out there. Putting your birthday online is not a good idea. Yeah, just something to be mindful of. What I was picking up was the same thing, but for me, I would be very much looking at your diet. Certain things like dairy, soy, sugar, especially refined sugar, caffeine, all of these things will very much affect your hormone levels. So be very mindful of those things as well. Like BPA plastics are another thing that really affect women's hormones. And you will actually, like, if you look at the diet side of things, like there's plenty of information online. I would definitely focus on that, because I've seen such a huge benefit from women in particular looking at changing certain diet things, and it's made a massive shift with the reproductive cycles. The energy that we're going through at the moment is causing a lot of chaos with women's cycles as well, so that's definitely not helping. And you'll also notice, like, it's something I've noticed as well, that depending on who you interact with, your, like, different people will actually, depending on their energy, will actually interfere with your cycle too. So sometimes it's actually the people that you're surrounded by. I just wanted to read that. Yeah, all of the above, it will help. Yeah, it's always an inflammation thing, which it affects everything, like the diet, because we've basically got a direct link between the gut and the brain. So it's a vicious cycle. When one's out of balance, it throws the other. So, like, if your gut microbiome is out of balance, it's going to cause digestive issues. It's going to cause inflammation, which then will, it'll trigger issues with the mind, like anxiety, overthinking, all of those things. So then that feeds back down into the body. So you've basically got to work at it as a two-pronged approach, where you're working on the mindset of things as well as the physical. So, and then if you can incorporate energy as well, even if you don't know how to work with energy, but I feel like you do, just put on like chakra balancing meditations or even just frequency music, and you can actually find specific targeted frequencies for specific things, which are really beneficial. So, like, if you wanted to focus on like uterus and womb frequency sounds, or just sacral, either one, go with whatever you're drawn to, and that will really help to shift it. And same with the mindset as well. Like, there's a lot of frequency stuff online that you can use to change the frequency. Something I like to do is put something on at night, and while I'm sleeping, just have that frequency playing. And it's, the first thing as well in the morning. This is definitely something that everyone should do, is focus on, especially the first half an hour of your morning. The first half hour of your morning will set up how your day goes. So if you get up and jump on Facebook and you see a whole bunch of stuff and get triggered, like you're setting yourself up for a really average day. Whereas if you wake up and, you know, I mean, everyone's got different responsibilities, but if you can make it so that you prioritize that first part of the morning to really like focus on centering yourself, like if you can do a quick meditation or just a little bit of conscious breathing, even if it's only for 5 minutes, like the longer you can do it, the better. But just really setting the intentions that this is going to be a good day, and just, you know, getting back into the body, because we leave the body a lot at night. Yeah, all of the Claires are off the charts at the moment. So just, yeah, really focus on targeting every approach that you can, and the more you do target all of it, you'll notice like it'll shift so drastically. Whereas if you sort of just go for one, like if you just go for the physical or go for, you know, the mental, it will be a slower process. Whereas if you can just spend that bit of time to target all of the approaches, it'll happen real quick. And something that I've realized as well is everything is a program. So everything we consume is programming us. Like, you know, everything we're told, everything we read, everything we hear is a program. So even, you know, it takes 21 days to reprogram the mind. That's a program. So you can actually, I've deleted that program, and I'm like, no, instantaneous. I can change stuff on the fly if I want. Like I can just go, no, I delete that program. And if so long as you believe it in your core, you write your own script, and you can basically program your soul and your body to do whatever you want. And actually talking to the body is something that is extremely beneficial. Like just talking to it while you're eating something, like, you know, say to the body, this is replenishing, this is healing those particular areas. I broke my hand. Do you remember when I broke my hand? It was months ago now, I think. And
yeah, it was around, hang on, I'm just trying to remember. I saw you at the McLaren Vale Fair.
May, June.
That was after it. Yeah, that was after it.
And yeah, like the doctors said to me, I broke my scaphoid bone in my hand, and the doctors said to me it's going to take 12 weeks to 12 months for it to heal, and it may never be the same again. And I said to them, no, not buying it. Give me a week and I'll have it healed. And it was like 4 or 5 days. It took me a couple of weeks to, you know, heal all the tendons and stuff. So it's, you know, whatever we tell ourselves is what's going to happen. So just don't buy into any programs is what I'm saying. Like you can tell yourself anything. So long as you believe it, then that's the reality you're going to create.
Well,
exactly. Talk to it like a plant.
Look at sorry, jumping in over here.
You're back. Maybe.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, like when you call in and have a sickie. You know, when you call in for a sickie at work, and it's funny that you can actually almost make yourself sick that day because you've put the intention out that I'm sick today. I've done that so many times. Yeah.
Literally everything, everywhere your attention goes, everywhere your attention goes is where your energy flows. So like something that I had to download recently, I'd totally forgotten about it, but years ago I'd said, I would love to know what it's like to experience life after death, but come back. And then earlier this year I died and had a near-death experience. So literally everything we put out there, it comes back. You've got to be really careful what you're saying, because your words are literally creating your reality. It may not be instant, which the energy now, like things are turning around really quick, but be very mindful of the words you say, and especially talking to yourself, because you can do a lot of damage to your body by, you know, thinking negatively about your body or speaking negatively about your body. Like, yeah. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Hey?
I'll get off my soapbox now. They are words, are spells.
That's
it. The softer and more you nurture yourself, the better.
Mindful of the intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to be very mindful of the intention behind those words. Now, Steph, I just quickly passed around the smile card. It's you're protected. It's go time. So you're currently being protected. The universe has your best interests at heart. Move forward fearlessly. Have courage. Okay, sweetie.
And just one last thing. Are you in a relationship? Because I'm feeling like you're single for some reason. There's something with a relationship that I need to get into.
Can't remember. She's with someone.
You're with someone. I feel like there's some kind of communication issue there that needs looking at. Make sure that you're voicing. Right. Yeah, just make sure that you're communicating exactly what it is. There was something coming up about communication, so just don't hold back due to how things will affect anyone else. You need to make sure you're speaking your truth and making sure that your emotional needs are being met, is what I was feeling. So that could relate to whatever it is with work too.
Am I still here?
Yeah, I think so. If your picture's frozen, but you're back.
Okay, we're ranking.
Yeah, just
about communication.
just really make sure that it's really upfront and honest, and it's those little things that we ignore, that we don't voice, that slowly build up. So just make sure you keep on the communication, and also I've just got what it actually was. Just make sure. Just make sure that you're both understand. With the energy we're in, a lot of communication can come across sort of misinterpreted, because a lot of people are feeling the harsh energies of change and everything at the moment. So just make sure that you're on the same page with the communication. So there may be something coming up that you may have a communication with that might be misinterpreted. So just make sure that it's clear on whatever it is, that someone hasn't taken something the wrong way, or maybe be mindful of the way that you're communicating so that it can't be misinterpreted. Because there's some kind of communication issue that may arise. So just consciousness will avoid it, is what I'm getting. That's obviously what it is. Just make sure that you're maybe sometimes you need to take that couple of seconds to just have a breath and soften a little. And just be mindful of the words that you're using then. And because that can get into a vicious cycle. Like, this is for everyone. When you come across and something's like, you may not realize that it's coming off abrasively, but the other person may be just super sensitive in that moment, and that slight little bit of abrasion is enough just to bring up a trigger, and then they don't voice that trigger, and then it's a snowball back and forward, and little things can turn into big things. So just pay attention at the moment. Like, this is obviously for everyone in this energy that we're in at the moment. Just be very mindful and pay attention to the energy, because you can read people's energy very easily by just their reaction when you say it. So, and don't ever feel like it's easy to nip it in the bud if you realize it's like, oh, that probably came across a bit harsh. Like, just go and nip it in the bud and soften it over. Even if you've already said it, like, just go back and be like, oh, that probably came across a bit harsh. We all have to, Amanda. It's
Yeah.
It takes a lot of practice. I know I used to be as abrasive as a brick.
Don't say it.
And I didn't realize.
You were matter of fact.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you start speaking your truth, sometimes it does. Like it really comes across like while you're finding that balance between your masculine and your feminine. Like for me, I've just recently really stepped into my masculine more, and it at times like that can come across very harsh without meaning to. So it's something that I'm very mindful of. That can happen. Just yeah, it almost like sometimes like it falls out. That's it.
We're all learning.
It's all about trying to find that balance. And the more you find the balance with talking to yourself in that balanced manner, the more it will come out in a more balanced manner too. Anyway, I think I'm finished.
We've got Angelita. We've got Angelita, Dina, and Tracy have donated. Now, Chris, I did see Chris. Chris, I can't remember your surname. Sorry, Hart something or other. Chris said that he donated, but I haven't seen the donation come through, buddy. So if you can just check to see whether you sent it through. I'll try that rather than offending everyone. No. You're gorgeous, Stephanie.
My pleasure.
Hi. Oh, come on, Antoinette. Okay, am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Am I working?
Do you want to go first?
Okay. Yeah, I'll go.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
Angelita. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go. Yep. Sweetie, I feel like there's a situation coming up that's almost like a really big choice that you need to make, and it's almost like the universe is bringing this in for you. It's like not kind of it's not fight or give up type thing, but I feel like if you need to really know if it's in now or whether it's coming up for you, but I feel like have a really good think about whatever this is coming up for you, because I do think it's going to make a big impact on you. I'm feeling a good impact, but just make sure you kind of dot your I's and cross your T's. Like really look at it before jumping in. Don't rush into anything at the moment. I'm picking up a bit of heart stuff at the moment, so I don't know whether with what's going on at the moment, whether you've got a few and just resurfacing to show you that there's still a little bit there that we may need to just readdress. It's that is life. Things are always going to come back up, and it just shows you each time it comes back up. You can look at it how much you've grown each time if you cope with it better every time it pops up. Have you been getting a lot of blocked ears at the moment? I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure around my ears. So whether your clairaudience is starting to, it's like nearly there. I don't know whether it's coming through louder. I feel like it's going to start opening up more, because when I get that pressure, that's for me that something's being activated or upgraded or something. So expect your clairaudience to come in a lot stronger or louder, or even like just a little bit different. have you had any troubles with? I'm just feeling. Have you had any troubles with someone around you at the moment? I'm getting a bit of an energy in my right shoulder blade. So because it's behind me, I'm perceiving it like that. That there may have been someone that may have been causing a few issues for you. Be kind of, step back from the situation if you haven't already, and just kind of understand where they're coming from. If you do need to speak truthfully, speak kindly, but in your own personal power. Now, a little bit of cord cutting there with that person, though, sweetie, if you can do that at night. I'm stepping back. Yeah. Oh, good girl. Okay. All right, sweetie. In the way of career, if there is anything changing in the way of career, really find what it is that, like, go for your own, go for what it is that you love doing, sweetie, because this is going to lift your spirit. This is going to open your heart space up. Whose pen is that? Really feel it. Breathe it. Ignite career coming up. It's going to be really good for you. I do feel it's going to be like stepping up the ladder for you, seeing the sun at the end of the on the horizon. So whatever that is, open your heart up to that space. Okay, put your heart in it. And I'm just going to be all right, new beginnings. There we go. Just validating that one. An exciting shift is on its way. A new job, project, promotion, or home is in the works. So I hope that helps, sweetie. Did I break up through any of that?
You're pretty good. Hi, Hales. Now, I know that I need to be very soft with you, so I'm going to be very mindful because I can feel exactly where your energy's at. So you would benefit from, I can see what situation you've been in, and which is why I'm being very mindful. Really look at what that situation has been highlighting for you, and really evaluate and find you need to really focus on generating and enhancing your self-worth. I don't usually have to tread this lightly, but really focus on nurturing what it is that you bring to the table, and don't let other people's projections make you feel small and less worthy than they can make you feel. You base this, I'll make this more of a general message. People's projections towards other people is from their trauma responses and their low self-esteem, and they can often basically come across extremely harsh and project their insecurities and blame other people for different things. So just don't take what other people say as it's the truth. Make sure you're looking at what is your truth and look at what you actually, the value that you have in yourself. Just really nurturing. Really nurturing your inner child and really loving on yourself and realizing just how incredible you are and what it is that you offer everyone around you, because you are extremely undervalued and underappreciated in a lot more areas than just one. And don't be harsh on yourself, and don't feel like you need to stay small to appease other people. Don't the biggest thing for me that I've learnt is I really couldn't care less what anyone thinks about me now. I will speak my truth, and that is my truth. And that's where I'm at in my moment. And if people don't like it, it's because it's bringing up their traumas, their triggers. And, you know, my truth is mine. And I'm starting to get extremely solid in my foundation because I've done so much inner work to find who I am at my core, that I won't let people rock and rattle me now. That I used to be extremely timid, and, you know, I used to be a doormat, let people walk all over me in so many areas of my life. But now it's like I've found my self-worth, which has allowed me to create such strong boundaries that, you know, people can say whatever they like about me now. And it, you know, it's literally just be like, I can see where they're projecting from their traumas, their pain body, whatever it is. So just the main thing I want to get across to you is don't take things personally when people project. The more you realize when people are projecting, you're going to realize that it's not yours, and it's not yours to carry. You do not need to carry other people's shit. Yeah, that's why I knew that I needed to be sensitive for you. Yeah, so just know that you are worthy of everything, and
Good.
stop settling in any area of your life. You do not need to accept less than you deserve. Like, you can have everything you want, and don't let anyone else fool you to think you can't. Because as soon as you find your worth, you're going to start attracting things towards you that are going to make you realize just how much value you bring to other people. And yeah, the number one thing is stop letting people use you and take advantage of you. So yeah, just really realize just how valuable you are, and that you are a blessing in people's lives. And if they don't treat you like you're a blessing, don't allow them in your life, because they're not worth your energy and time. I hope that helps. And if you ever need a chat, like, feel free to reach out, because I know what you're going through. You're welcome.
Oh, sweetie. She's gorgeous. Your name says it all. Angelita. Aww.
And allow yourself to feel it. I know what it's like to be seen for the first times. Like, there's a lot of times people don't see you when you're like that.
Let it out.
There's a lot there. And make sure you're relaxing your shoulders. Like, you're carrying so much tension across your shoulders and neck, which I can't remember if it was you that was talking about headaches, but the more you focus on really just letting the shoulders just drop and relax, it'll let go of that head pressure.
Okay, we got Dina. Oh. Big hug, sweetie. I'm gonna see you live again soon. Dina, Can't read my writing. Ah, there you are. Thank you, Dina. I can't read my writing in the dark. Now, Dina, you did have a question on your PayPal. Was it what you were after a love reading? Do you can pick up on love readings? Do you pick up on love readings? Like, do you see? Yeah.
I can do whatever you want me to do.
All right. Okay, you focus on that one.
You need to make sure that you're energetically putting out that you can find someone that will match your frequency, because I need to figure out how to word this. The way your energy comes across is you're very bold and sassy in a lot of ways, and you, like, if you walk in a room, people are going to notice you because you are not afraid to show people, like, here I am, but not in a look at me way. It's just that's the way your energy comes across. So you're what I would gather is that you're a manifesting generator, so you have a very strong magnet, so you can pull things towards you. The more you think about what it is, you can do this two ways. You can either basically energetically build what it is that you would like in a partner, look at all of the lessons that you have learned so far and figure out what it is that you want in a partner. Do not even think about the things that you don't want. Like, if they come up, think about the opposite of whatever that is. Like, if it's something negative, like, figure out what the positive opposite of that is and focus on that aspect. So you can build what it is that you want to attract in that way, or you can literally just put it up to the divine and say, pull me in. And if you just, like, that energy that you put out that people are really drawn to, if you actually just, like, suck that into your solar plexus and sacral area and really pull on it, like, you will be surprised how quick you will pull the right mirror for you in. But I feel like you're going to need to use discernment, because when you start figuring out how to pull on your magnet properly, you're going to have options there, and there's going to be some that are going to initially look good, but there's going to be red flags. And in my perspective and opinion these days, a red flag should be a deal breaker, not just a red flag. It should be like, right, I've learned that lesson, that was a red flag, and that leads to XYZ. So I'm going to go, no, I'm not going down that road. So my advice is pay attention, because the universe will most likely test you to see if you have broken out of some cycles from the past. So use your discernment and your intuition and trust your gut that you're going to hold out for the right person. So
that's the big one.
I'm feeling like, I'm looking at your timelines at the moment. You're looking at a few different aspects at the moment. So as soon as if it is the relationship that you want to focus on, focus some energy and attention on that at the moment, because it is a really good time for manifesting and pulling in at the moment. So you can actually pull that timeline in, because I'm feeling like I really dislike giving time frames, but I'm getting very clearly that you're looking at about a 6 month at the moment. But whether that's you're going to meet someone in 6 months, or whether it's going to be, you're going to be actually, you would have built a firm foundation and be actually exclusively in a relationship in 6 months, I'm not sure. But something from my near-death experience that I've learned is time is completely irrelevant. You can pull or push time in or out with your timelines. So, at the moment you're looking at 6 months. If you start pulling hard on that magnet and focusing some energy there, like, you could pull that into 6 weeks or 3 months, whatever it is. Like, but I wouldn't pull too hard, because you may end up pulling a lesson in. There's obviously some stuff you're going through at the moment that's really going to benefit you in relationships from outside of relationship lessons. So, whether it's work or social settings, there's some lessons that you're learning at the moment which are going to benefit you. Actually, there's some situations in people around you's relationships that you're going to learn lessons through them, that you're going to learn that to not accept certain aspects that you're seeing in others in a future partner. So yeah, don't jump in too quick is what I'm getting. Make sure that you wait for the right fit, because to keep up with you, they're going to have to be the right fit with that energy. But don't get too fixated, because as much as we can sort of think about that right person, there may be things that you don't realize that you're going to actually enjoy in a partner. So be open to someone that is outside of your norm in some regards, because it's almost like you need someone that can tame certain aspects of you to really, like, I dare say that you will probably end up with an earth sign, or at least someone that is very grounded, to help balance that out, because I wouldn't be surprised if you're a fire sign because of how fiery your energy is. But yeah, you just really, your energy is pretty bold and fiery. So yeah, I hope that helps. I'm almost getting high off her energy.
Okay.
And just be mindful. Just be mindful that you're the way that you're so passionate and exuberant and all of those type of characteristics, like, just make sure, what am I trying to say here? I know what I'm trying to get out, but it's getting it into words. Sometimes I struggle. Make sure that you're not trying. No, that's what it is. Make sure you're not dominating a partner. So you're obviously needing someone that is in their power, but because I feel like one of your relationship issues you've had in the past is you end up unintentionally controlling the relationship. So you're going to need someone that's going to stand up to you and basically be, find that good balance, that it's give and take. I feel like you need to work on give and take a little bit, and be. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
Like, her energy is really, really dominating. So maybe sometimes you just need to pull back your energy and just turn that feisty energy down, or just a couple of notches. Like, don't change who you are, but just be aware of how your energy will affect others. And make sure, like, even if you have that conversation with a partner, to tell you when you are being that way is something that might be worth mentioning. Like, instead of the person, if they're not quite in their power in certain moments, they may get offended that your energy is sort of consuming them and overtaking them a little bit. That they need to just voice when you need to be aware of it. You're obviously going to be aware of it yourself, but the more we can point out things like that, will definitely help to keep a balanced relationship. Because I feel like that's been your main issues in relationships previously, is your energy just dominates. I hope that helps.
Let's see what make you. You threw me off with the star sign, Dina. I'm like, oh, it's got to be Leo or Aries.
Yeah, right. I would have said a Leo or
We do
something
tend to
like
walk
that.
in the room like, hey, how you doing?
Oh, do you actually have you met her?
No, she said she's an Aquarian sun and moon with Taurus rising. So that can, yeah, I just like, yep.
Energetically, yeah.
I don't know whether you've been having any issues with your eyesight on the right side, or whether I'm feeling a lot of pressure on the right-hand side of my face, which was actually affecting my eyesight fraction. So whether you, I don't know what it is coming in on the right though. Whether there's anything going on with your neck on the right-hand side as well, with might need your neck looked at a little bit, sweetie. But it is actually kind of coming up around my, like this part of my face. How spiritual are you, sweetie? I actually feel like you're getting whether you're DNA moment, you're getting upgrades or something. There's something going on with there's something going on physically. Very, very as in very spiritual. Do you do fire ceremonies? Okay, seeing a ring of fire. Whether this is like a candle scrying or whether it's actually doing fire ceremonies. No, I don't. That's okay. Maybe if you look into it, I think there might be a bit of a path there for you, sweetheart. Like whether it's just to help tap in further, or whether it's a direction that you choose to go down to help other people. But there's definitely something about yeah, something to do with fire ceremonies. I'm just going to say fire ceremonies, not candle scrying. Okay. Okay. Sweetie, there may be someone, as Jamie was talking about, being very kind of mindful of who, even if you do, my neck and shoulder has been playing up later, so it was a pinched nerve. Yeah, hey Margaret. About with your energy attracting certain people. Conciliation
Maybe just
coming
pause
up,
for
but
just a
follow it
second, break it up.
grieving. So if there is someone that comes back.
Yeah, go again. You're good now.
Okay. My back. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got the happiness, fertility, and reconciliation card, but there's also the grieving there. So whether there is going to be a person coming back into your life, just be mindful of if they haven't changed. If you do start to see a few things that they haven't changed, learn when it is that, like as Jeremy was saying, a red flag is a red flag. If we kind of ignore that red flag, the red flag gets bolder, it gets bigger. So just to keep yourself from that heartbreak again, just be very aware of the situation. I do feel is coming up for you. Yeah. But I do feel you're stepping into a time. You are definitely stepping into a time of expanding your energy and expanding your joyfulness out with other people. When we get into that really good place, as Jamie was saying, we are like a magnet. So it's like moth to a flame. Everyone comes in.
And it's up to discernment as to who you let in your energy.
Yeah, big time. Why am I getting the pain in my head? So just to pass around the smile card for you, Speedy. So be proud. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself and what you have achieved. Reward yourself, okay? So even if you don't feel like you've grown much or you've changed much or what, if those little self-doubts are coming in, know that you have come a long way from where you have been, and be really happy and absolutely love yourself for where you are. What is this? Queen Elizabeth. Hi, Christian. Okay. We've got Tracy coming up.
Just something that I was getting. Have you lost someone with the name Franco? It sounded like Franco, and I was getting the reference Little Pocket Rocket. So does that make sense to you at all? Because I didn't want to go into it unless there was something there. Because I've had a lot of spirits around today, so I'm not sure who's who. Nope. Cool. Thank you.
They'll come back in.
I'm not even sure if it's for someone that's actually here. I was half expecting it to be someone on a replay. And he froze.
So who was it? Did you say Franco?
Yeah, Franco, and the reference was Little Pocket Rocket.
Sorry. If that resonates for anyone, if you want to admit to that one.
You're welcome.
Sorry,
it felt more like a father or grandfather energy. But yeah, who did you say next? Tracy.
Tracy. So we've got Tracy, then we've got Jenny, then we've got Amanda. Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
You
need.
Do you want to read
you
for
really
Tracy?
need to.
And then I'll see what I get as well.
Yeah. I figured you'd get me to do that. You got a lot of pressure in your head at the moment, so make sure that you're keeping up your fluids and letting that energy flow through, making sure that you're anchoring into anchoring your roots in, because you're getting a lot come through at the moment. So just make sure you're allowing that energy to flow through the body, because it feels almost like it's hammering into your head, and there's a little bit of a bottleneck there up in the higher chakras. So make sure you're working on balancing the lower chakras, because actually you're obviously doing what I've been doing, and you're in and out of the body a lot. And basically it's like you're actually probably spending too much time in the higher dimensions as well. I'm laughing because I've hardly been in my body lately. I've been up in the higher dimensions far too much. So just make sure you're focusing on being present. Me personally, my advice is always add salt, pink Himalayan salt to the water. It helps to hydrate, and because because it's the electrolytes that we really need. Which, yeah, I only drink salt water for me, but obviously you can do whatever you like. So that's just my personal perspective. Really, there's a little bit of a throat blockage there as well. So whatever it is that you're resisting saying, I found it made a huge difference. Make sure you're clearing your throat chakra and just clearing your energy and not holding back when you need to speak your mind. I feel that's almost more when you're doing readings, you're sort of filtering yourself too much. Just let the real you just flow. Like, I haven't actually seen you read for a while, but I'm almost feeling like there's a connection there. So don't feel like you need to limit yourself. Just be you. You don't need to filter yourself for anyone. If people don't like the way you read, if they don't like the way you speak, then that's on them. It's no reflection on you. So whatever that resistance there is about speaking your truth, don't let anyone else weigh in on you. Yeah. I mean, there's obviously situations like one of those previous readings that we do need to be very mindful due to the situations, but primarily like across the board, like just speak your truth. And, we're all learning, we're all growing and evolving. So the only way we learn is by, fumbling on ourselves sometimes. Like sometimes we can actually, it's a hard one to balance. Like I've been naturally blunt my entire life and I've had to learn to soften, which I sort of went the opposite where I didn't speak my truth enough. And now I've sort of had to come back and try and find that natural balance of, the two. So it's obviously what you're going through at the moment, and just don't get so conscious of it that you're not saying what it is that you want to say. Like, if you sort of go one way and the other, like it will just balance out naturally. Just don't get too hung up on it because you're obviously spending too much time focused on it at the moment. And yeah, you're definitely not grounding enough because you've got some. Well, I'm not sure if you got lower back pain or if I'm just getting that to draw my attention that you've got quite a blocked root chakra. So go and hug a tree, get out in nature, like go outside. Go and hug the horses; they will help. That's something that I've been taught recently. Is go up to your horse and sink your energy cord into the ground, and then bring that energy cord back up through the horse's feet and connect that way. And shadow. Thanks for that. Yeah, if you connect energetically to the horse in that way, it's bad.
You drop it.
If you connect that way, it's actually going to help you. It's actually going to help ground you. Like the horse will help ground you. I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to tune into that. This is where I'm having to be careful. There's a lesson there that you haven't looked at yet. That was. I'll get to Jenny in a minute. Make sure you're really nurturing that and the more you're focusing on grounding, and same thing, frequency music will definitely help. For me, me in any situation like that these days, I would personally be looking at fasting, because we can generate so much by fasting. Even if it's intermittent fasting, will help speed up the process. Something I take is maca powder, which is really good because it's got a lot of anti-inflammatory, immune system support, things like that. So that would be something I would be looking at. And I reckon it was you that was mentioning earlier about cutting out nightshades. I would highly recommend just flat cutting all nightshades out, because they are extremely inflammatory. Same as dairy, soy, all of that stuff, sugar. Yeah, the more inflammatory causing things that you can cut out, the faster the healing's going to be. Yeah, maca powder. I'll go and get mine in a minute, and I'll chuck it on camera.
I'm gonna write that down.
It's extremely beneficial. And it's actually really good for balancing hormones for men and women too. Yeah, just start taking it. And there's something else that I'm being drawn towards. There's something else that you've got that's green, and I'm not sure why, texture-wise, it feels a bit like rosemary. There's something that you've already got that I'm seeing that's green, that kind of texture, that you would benefit from taking. So whatever it is, that you'll know whatever it is. That's going to help with the inflammation. I don't know if you've got it in capsules already. Oh, she already knows what she needs to do then. I don't need to.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we need a reminder though. Just like, go on, remember to do this for yourself. Like, think about you being someone else.
When it's on the tip of your tongue, when it's on the tip of your tongue, you can't quite specifically. Yeah, and then someone will say something.
I was like that today. I was trying to remember someone's name. It took me an hour to remember their first name, and then another hour to remember their last name. Just complete mental blank. And stop being harsh on yourself as well. Yeah, well, that's obviously the reminder that you need to treat yourself like everyone else, because you've got to give what you give everyone else. You got to pour that love into yourself. You do. You got to remember to do it for yourself first, and then do it for other people, because then you'll be fully functioning. So that was obviously why I needed to bring that up. Yeah, just keep loving on yourself, and don't beat yourself up. These things happen, and they're there to teach us, and we learn from it. And like I was saying before, like, program the body, like tell the body that, focus your energy there, your attention there, and focus your healing energy there. And you don't even need to set a time frame, just be open for it to heal fast. That's my main advice. Carly's completely glitched. She's back.
Okay, I'm just going to put Jenny is next in the comments, just in case. Oh, yes, Jenny is. Yeah. All right, I'll see what I get for Tracy. Okay, I'm here, I think. No. My internet is dropping in and out, and it's, yeah. It's okay. You're absolutely gorgeous, Tracy. Okay.
That's the maca powder if anyone's interested. I mean, this is one that I get locally. But yeah, just any maca powder. There's a lot of benefits to it. Ah, it was Amanda. Have you frozen?
I know we have a.
Yeah, Carly's frozen. I wasn't sure if it was just for me. She's obviously getting rid of the scammer. Scott, Jenny, and just quickly, obviously that message was for you as well, Amanda. So, um, I'll just look for. Yeah, you're up. It almost feels like you've been. It feels like you feel like you've had a bit of a dark cloud hanging over your head lately. I would dare say that you're going through the process of Dark Night of the Soul at the moment, which I've just come out of another one. I don't think they ever finish. Every time I've gone through one, it's like I feel like, oh, yes, I've come out the other side, and then however long later, I have another one. Really, a lot of the things that I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if you were here or not, but really focus your attention on what it is that you do want in your life. I feel like you may be focusing a little bit too much on what you don't want, and that's attracting more of what you don't want to come back into your energy field. So, because basically what I've come to learn is everything, they are never ending. This last one's been massive with this energy. So, I can really understand what you're going through. They're not fun at all while you're through it. Don't focus on what you've lost. Just look at what you've gained from everything you've lost and look for the blessings in everything, because that's the only way to break out of that cycle. Otherwise, it can lead to a very dark path that you don't want to go down. So just I'm picking up more of why you're in this at the moment. You really need to find some activities and hobbies, and not to distract yourself, but start with the little things that you can do to bring some more enjoyment into your life and build upon that. Yeah, I knew that it was more than just one. Look at losing your friends dumping you as a blessing, because if they're willing to dump you, they don't value you, so they don't respect you. So take it as, thank you, you've done me a massive blessing that you've taken yourself out of my life. I'm no longer going to waste my time and energy on people that don't appreciate me. I feel like that's been a massive cycle that you have needed to break. It's like a generational trauma pattern. And that is the biggest issue when we're going through this big dark night of the soul, is we do get to that point where we are so alone, and it's really a matter of finding yourself, because you got to really learn to love yourself and nurture yourself and find those little things that you can find enjoyment in, to start looking at things with that different perspective. um, you've always given and always been emotionally available, and then you become emotional dumping ground, and it's rinse and repeat. I can see it clear as day, and I completely understand. I've been there, and it's not enjoyable at all. The only way to break that cycle is for you to go and search in yourself what it is that's been allowing that in. And it's all around self-worth and self-love. And the more you nurture and love yourself, you will get to a point where you'll be like, why was I even allowing those people in my life? They don't appreciate me. They don't value me. I'm better off without them. And it's nothing about judgment or personal. It's just valuing your energy and what you bring to the table, and that you're an empathetic person that cares deeply about others, and people don't show you that same appreciation. You need to get strong on your foundation, so that anyone that comes into your life is going to value and respect you. And basically, once again with the red flags thing, if someone's trying to come into your life and they're an energy vampire, they're going to be very obvious red flags, because you will start to notice the patterns. And all of a sudden, you might be alone for a little bit longer, but as soon as you reach a certain point, you're going to find yourself, and you're going to start clicking like one thing after another. And then all of a sudden, like, you're a completely different person once you come out the other side of the dark night of the soul. And you're going to look back and be like, wow, I'm so grateful for having those experiences, so that I've found my self-worth and I've found who I am. And, I am me, and people should be honored to have me in their lives, not take me for granted. So that's where you're heading. No one can do the work. You have to do the work for yourself to get to that point. But it's just taking those little steps and building on it, and focus on the positives in anything you can. Look at the silver lining in everything. Look at the lessons. What was that there to teach me? And that the more you look at things with that different perspective, instead of why did this happen to, like, the thing that really changed for me was when I changed why is this happening to me, instead of why is this happening for me. And then I started learning lessons a lot faster, and looking at everything like, where's the lesson? What did I need to learn from this? What I need to take away from this to stop this repeating this cycle over and over. And you'll start to see patterns with relationships, like friendships, family, and you'll start to get to the point where you'll even see where it stemmed from childhood or whatever. So you can go and do inner child healing, or you can do the healing from sort of this point, and it will flow back. It doesn't matter which approach you take, it will have the same impact. Yeah, exactly. You've really got to find that love for yourself. No one else can give it to you except for you. And then, because basically the way that I see it is, we attract a mirror for where we're at. So if you don't love yourself say if you looked at a scale, out of 100%, you love yourself 10%, you're only going to attract someone that's going to be able to love you 10%, because that's all you're going to be able to feel. I know. Yeah, I know. I did pick up that was the situation, which I'm really sorry you had to experience that. But you need,
He's still around.
yeah, and don't ever feel bad when you do eventually get to the point of meeting someone else. That's strongly what I'm getting at the moment. Like you have a tendency to think about everyone else too much instead of yourself. So just the more you pour that love into yourself, you'll start to things turning around really quickly. And unfortunately, that's the problem. Like with the energy we're in these days, it usually hits us like a ton of bricks. Like everything just falls around. Like everything in our life just suddenly falls apart. Like I've just recently been through it myself. That everything around me like fell to pieces, and I had to pick myself up, dust myself off, find my self-worth, and build myself up from scratch into who I am now. If you saw me a month ago, I was a very different person, and it was a very brutal dark night of the soul. So if I can come out the other side of it and be, built myself up and built a firm foundation, everyone else can do it too. So, take me as inspiration if you need that, I've just been through similar but different, and you will get through it, because like my heart was smashed to pieces from what I had to give up. But yeah, you will get through it. You've got through everything in your life. If you just think about all of the stuff you've overcome already in your life, you'll be like, I've overcome a hell of a lot already, and it's only ever made you stronger. Now's the time to take that big leap and really change who you are into who you're meant to be, instead of who everyone else has wanted you to be.
Absolutely.
Like really find your power and step into it, and get into your highest timeline, and don't accept anything less than you deserve.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
So much, sweetie, than what you believe you do. I'm just gonna get
You
rid of
deserve
them.
way more.
Yeah. You've got a
And as
heart of
soon as you
gold.
as soon as you raise your as soon as you cut out,
No.
as soon as you raise your frequency, you will attract friends that will be in way more alignment with you of who you actually are.
Yeah. I keep hearing keys jingling around you, Jenny. Don't know what the keys are symbolizing. Just keep hearing keys. Jingle, jingle, jingle. I don't know. Are you looking at moving, or keep hearing keys? Someone's got like the key ring, and it's just jingling in my ear.
And sorry to interrupt, but
No, go for it.
I would highly recommend doing some meditation or something, to focus on relaxing your body, because you're carrying so much tension in your body at the moment that I'm getting the warning that it's something that you need to shift. So you need to focus on, if you can, a hot shower, a hot bath, anything you can do to relax your body, because there's way too much tension that you're carrying in the body. Disharmony doesn't end well, so the sooner you get onto it, the better. I know it's not easy, and it's all tied to the emotions, but just really focus on, like, even if it's just little bits, like relaxing your jaw, and especially the back of your neck and shoulders, and that area is like it is on fire at the moment. So just really try and relax your body and breathe, and that will help shift some of the emotion too. Because yeah, you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I don't know if I'm here or not. On one screen I can see me, one screen I can't. Yeah, I keep hearing surrender, sweetie. So this is surrendering everything. Connect. When I was trying to connect to you before, I was getting this really high pitch in my right ear. They're wanting to help you, but you're not allowing them to. You're not allowing them in. Okay, sweetie, you're not broken. You're not broken. You're far from broken. You're rebuilding. You're transforming. Like I'm seeing the butterflies as well with the transformation. What you're going through right now is, as much as it doesn't feel like it, it's actually helping you to evolve, to grow, to become a different version of yourself. Okay, sweetie. So be really kind to yourself. You've got a lot to give. You are actually really wise, sweetie. Like in the groups that you come to, you got a lot of knowledge in there. Tap into that knowledge. Use that for yourself. Yeah, call everyone in, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help. You can ask them all to come in and help you through all this that you're going through. Okay, help you release it all, help you to see it from another perspective. Help you to see it. Stand back and see it from a different, like third party kind of perspective. Hey, Carly. Sorry, I haven't seen Carly for ages. Journaling, sweetie, with who? Your guides. Yeah, ask your team. Just call your team in. Sit there with your heart as open as you can possibly allow it, like as big as you can be. Just say, dear spirit team, please step forward, and I'm surrendering everything I have. I need help with this. Can you please help me through this? And they will come in and they will help. They're trying to come through to help you, sweetie. Journaling. So journaling, I don't know if you write down everything, like all your thoughts, all your feeling, everything you go through every day. Get it all out of your head and onto paper. It just helps to calm that mind down a little bit. It's almost like you're picking each thought and emotion, like everything that's going through. You take one by one, put it on that piece of paper to help release some of it. It's not going to completely take it away, but it will just help. So write down how you're feeling. This will help you release anger, confusion, and self-doubt upon yourself, sweetie. Okay, I hope that helps. And you're absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and you're such an amazing mom. You're an amazing friend. And as Jamie said, all different ways, and it hurts like hell at the time. But when, as we all say, when one door closes, more open up. Okay. Mwah.
I don't know if it's Jenny or Tina whose stomach and throat is playing up. Throat and lungs. Well, it doesn't matter who it is. With the throat and lungs, I'm getting that you really need to take some very deep breaths. You're only shallow breathing, so you're not consciously breathing. Really fully expand the lungs, because especially, if I'm feeling it on the left side down the bottom, sometimes it's mirrored. You need to be paying attention to what you're eating at the moment, because something is not agreeing. It's creating reflux, and that's because it was initially I was getting reflux in the throat and then the stomach I felt. Sugar is your worst enemy. It is literally, if you were to reduce sugar as much as you can, even if you swap it for honey, it will change your life. It'll change your mindset. It'll change your body. Like, sugar is wreaking havoc with you at the moment. And it's that vicious cycle that I was talking about before, that you need to break the cycle of the body and the mind simultaneously. Because what I'm feeling is that it needs to shift, because it's not heading in a great direction. But through my healing journey, I've healed the body from some pretty damaged bodies, in my stomach and all different areas, lots of different things. So get onto it sooner rather than later, because you don't want to end up where I ended up, from ignoring my body, because the body's your feedback system and it is screaming at you at the moment to change everything you're doing. I know that it's not easy, and you are more than likely resorting to foods for comfort in some areas. Just try and replace some of those foods with different foods that are not doing harm, because sugar does a lot of harm. And like, if you just, even if you can't cut the sugar, at least reduce it, and you'll notice, like, it'll give you enough to notice the difference in your body and your mind, which will then give you even more motivation to really cut it down. Caffeine is like the worst thing you could possibly have for anxiety, and also sugar is really bad for anxiety as well. But yeah, the caffeine is the worst thing you can have for anxiety. Yeah, just
likes to amplify it a little bit more.
It's a vicious cycle, that one.
Yeah. Look, I was.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna have a quick 5-minute break, and while I do, Jenny, do you mind if I shift some stuff for you? Because I feel I can shift some of that energy, but I need your permission first before I will touch your energy.
Yeah, 3 years ago, I was living on some nights 30 minutes sleep, and I was just 10, 15 cups of coffee a day, and I was just like, ugh.
If you need caffeine to function, you are basically not listening to the body, and you're not resting when your body's telling you to rest. That's basically basically what it is.
I was in flight mode. Yeah. Major flight mode. Yeah.
You're welcome. I'll be back in a minute.
Cool. Amanda wants you to. She's donated. I read for her the other day. I'll give her whatever I get. He's gone. Off he goes. Can everyone hear me before I start to babble again? Because my internet has been absolutely shocking tonight. Sorry, guys. Amanda and Michelle. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so did I, Tina. Yeah, 3 years ago, I came off. I came off of drugs and also left a very nasty relationship 3 years ago. So caffeine, and crappy food was how I kind of survived for a little while. Yeah. So Amanda, okay. Well, you can hear me. Yay! And then I'll go to Michelle if Jamie's not back, and then Jamie can read for you, Amanda, sweetie, and Michelle. Okay. Amanda, do you feel like you've been kind of feeling a bit, I almost feel like your energy kind of goes up, down. I don't know whether you're getting swaying, or whether this is literally just overwhelmed with something at the moment. As I'm connecting to you, it's like my energy kind of tries to go up, and then all of a sudden it swoops back down, and I feel like I'm off balance or something. There's something going on with your neck, right at the base of your skull. Now, let's see if we get time, sweetie. We'll get to you, but we've got 2 more readings to do. So yes, I connect and disconnect often. Okay. Is it something to do with your neck or with your inner ear? I'm getting a lot of pain kind of running up around the base of my, like the right hand side of my skull. Who's hungry? My stomach's grumbling. Okay, when this comes in, sweetie, just take a few deep breaths just to get the oxygen going. Try and get your oxygen levels up a bit. Oh, I'll get back to you, Tracy. Okay. Okay, sweetie. Sorry, at the with what's coming up for you, sweetie, there's still a little bit of you're still caging yourself a little bit, not freeing yourself to really put yourself out there in any, whether this is romantic, whether this is work, whether this is change in just showing people more so of yourself. There is still a little bit of forgiveness for you. I do feel this is more yourself than for others. I do feel that you're in a pretty good place when it comes to forgiving others, but I feel there's still forgiveness for yourself. Just really tap into that heart space and open your heart up for yourself and allow that, that true unconditional love. I know you've been drawing a lot lately, which is beautiful for that, like bringing that inner child out. Really, really nurture her at the moment. Even do some inner child meditations. There is a shift coming for you, sweetie. There is good things coming your way, and I do feel that you're about to step into manifestation energy. So this is basically what you are thinking, what you are envisioning, and putting intentions out there. You're going to manifest them in quickly. So be very mindful when it comes to manifestation that we manifest what we are wanting. Okay, sweetie. So be very clear, even if you need to write it down. It's like when you really get into your own heart space and open that up completely, basically unlock that cage and let yourself fly. That this is when this shift is going to start to take its course. Jen, what we're doing is we're going through donation readings, and then we go to those that we're drawn to. We don't actually do a list because if something happens, remember, I guess they're learning to accept everyone. I think there's something coming from me. Yes, there is a big shift, and you're about to step into that manifestation energy. So write your list, sweetie. Get it already. Sit with that intention. So sit there, see it, feel it as though it's already yours. Okay. All right. And Michelle, I'll quickly do Tracy before. I'll quickly do Tracy before I get on to you. Okay, Amanda, you're appreciated. Your family and friends appreciate you more than you know. Okay. And when Jeremy gets back, he'll see what he gets for you as well. All right. Cheers. Sorry, sweetheart. I was so busy getting kicked off of my own live. Tracy, I'm seeing feathers. I'm seeing lots of feathers, and I know you got chickens around. But I do feel ask for a sign in the way of feathers. So if there's something that you're really wanting to know about, ask your guides to show you in the way of feathers. Ask for a specific color, and they will start to show you when the timing is getting closer. Okay, I don't know what that's in regards to, but I'm freezing right now. Do you actually feel like your lap gets cold? Like the top of your thighs, like the top of your legs, basically. I feel it's almost like an energy comes and sits on your lap. Attack Brewster, yeah. They're showing me something. I'm going to draw it and then send it to you after, okay? Yeah, it's really good. Like, yeah, she's sitting on your lap. Oh, okay. All right, so sweetie. So it's the happiness finding in friendship. So this is finding that joy again, which I know that you've actually been you've been doing a lot. You have been trying to get a lot of your time. Find that joy again. Find stepping back onto what really brings your spirit out again. Stepping back onto that path. We're all in that kind of unsure where we're going. I do feel that this is going to come back in. You're going to start getting messages of which direction you need to go to now that you've taken that step outside with this new job. I feel like now it's almost like broken a little bit of a block in the abundance and in your path forward, sweetie. So I do feel things are going to start to fall into place again, whether this is in regards to that asking for the feathers, but it's also connecting with your friends and really embracing them and allowing them to nurture you and allowing them to look to lift you up as well, sweetie. So stop doing it for everyone else. I know how much you do. Signs, there we go. The signs card. This card brings you the validation you have been seeking. This is a sign to take action on whatever it is you've been contemplating. Yes, your self-worth. Yes. Sorry, I missed Tracy before because I kept chucking in and out. You're on Amanda.
Do you mind if I chuck the link up to that guided meditation that I did?
Yeah. Can you do that?
Because yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Jenny's still here, but I feel like this would really benefit you to help shift some of that stuff because your body is needing a lot of work at the moment. So I'll chuck the link up. That's really good. And if not, I can send it to her in a private message.
Can you flick it to me?
Oh, she's still there.
There you go, she's here.
I'll chuck it in the comments. give that a go. I think you probably have to skip like 5 minutes at the start because I was talking. I can't even remember. I was talking at the start, but if you skip forward a little bit, there's a guided process to help clear some of that energy. And I'm also being guided to check out Joe Dispenza. He's got a lot of videos that will benefit you greatly. I know that there's a lot there to shift, but yeah, that you really need to focus on the body at the moment with what I'm feeling from you. I've shifted as much as I can in just the time I took Shadow to the toilet. But yeah, there's a lot there. Joe Dispenza.
Is that link working, Jenny? It's not clicking on for me.
Not working?
No.
You might have to copy and paste it. All right, if you're on Facebook, she said the link works.
Oh, it does.
I'll throw a link up for one of Joe's videos.
Clearly, I'm not meant to watch it.
I thought you already did that one.
I don't know. I can't see what it is.
I've got to go back to Facebook. And that one's one of Joe Dispenza's. It's just the first one that popped up, but just find one that you're drawn to. Yeah, he's got some incredible ones, and it'll really help shift a lot of stuff quickly for you with those couple. And if there's anything you need advice, don't hesitate to reach out. That's actually something when I was walking away before that I was guided to. Before going live,
a grounding.
Yeah, grounding and centering, or whatever you're drawn to. For me, I just listen to mostly Deodova music. It's what usually sort of charges me up, but balances me out at the same time because it's all channeled music from different sacred sites, so it helps me to connect more. So it depends, what it is that you're wanting to do. But yeah, something I was guided to mention before is I only have my YouTube and my Jamie Miller Living profile and Jamie Miller Inspiring Life on Facebook, those two. That's the only platforms I'm on, and I will not contact you asking for money, asking for donations, because I know that there's a lot of scammers out there at the moment. So yeah, I was guided to mention that.
Yeah, they're very good at that.
Yeah.
Basically, most readers will not directly message you saying, "Do you want a reading?" or "I'm drawn to you," or and pages. So like Jamie Miller Inspiring Life, that's a page. Same as my page, Rising of the Phoenix. We can't actually send friend requests from a page. So if you get a friend request from a page you follow, not just that's the first sign. It's someone who's copied information and created a profile. Yeah.
I'm not on TikTok or Instagram, any of that stuff. I can't remember, who did you say was up next? Your
Amanda.
turn.
Yeah. Jake's just dropped the bomb. You're on Amanda, and then we'll go to Michelle, and then depending on how my internet holds up, we might finish after that. I've got a big birthday party tomorrow.
Nice.
It was my youngest's birthday on the 12th, and we're doing a joint birthday party tomorrow.
Ah,
So, yeah, little Ebony.
there'll be lots of energy there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it's probably good I didn't go live tomorrow night.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to be clearing your energy after that. All right, Amanda. I feel like you're actually in a pretty good space at the moment. Your energy is coming across quite balanced. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of work lately. Was there anything in particular that you wanted me to focus on? Because I'm not getting anything obvious straight away. I'm not sure if that's you with a headache or if that's you, Carly.
No,
No,
not me.
not really. I feel like you're in a really good trajectory at the moment. Whatever you're doing at the moment, keep doing it because it's working for you with the energy that's coming across is very balanced and very centered and grounded. You've done a lot of work to find your center and hold it. Really just focus. I guess you clearly aren't because it's one of the most balanced energies I've felt for a while. Yeah, it's really nice. Just focus on whatever it is that you're wanting to create because with that energy at the moment, you can create whatever you want. So yeah, it's like you've with the energy you're running, you can pretty much choose your own adventure. So um, just go with whatever you're feeling drawn towards and focus your energy there. But obviously, make sure you're maintaining boundaries and continue doing whatever practices you're doing because they're working really well. Um, it's actually thrown me off how balanced your energy is because there's there's like you already know. I feel like you've already got good direction and clarity on what it is that you do and don't like, and there's not many people that I come across. You've clearly worked hard at claiming your sovereignty too, because I'm finding the more people are sitting in their sovereign state, it's like they've already tapped in enough to know what timelines are available for them. So yeah, it's literally that simple. You can just be like, I'm deleting it and it's gone. And so long as you believe it and you're in that balanced energy, so you will believe it and it will just snap, like it'll be instant. Um, yeah, just focus on visualizing. What I've been doing lately, while I've been finding my balance, is just because everything starts energetically. So whatever it is that you want to focus on the energy of it, and start pulling that energy of whatever that creation is towards you. That's the secret to manifesting. Is it all starts in the higher dimensions first, and then just let the universe bring it to you, but just sort of pull on that energy, so it brings that energy towards you. That's probably the only real tip that I've got, because you already know what you're doing. And yeah, keep up the awesome work. And the only other thing I want to add is don't be afraid to. I feel like you're already doing this. Just trying random different things just to see if you like it or not, because you may pick up some other things like, you know, different hobbies or just different interests. Like, but I feel like you're pretty adventurous when it comes to trying new things anyway. So just, yeah, keep the door open to any different possibilities. And, you know, if someone invites you to something random and it's like, just go with it. So long as it resonates and feels like you've got that green light, don't hesitate to try something new, because you just never know what doors or different avenues it's going to open. But yeah, just, I'm seriously impressed. So keep doing the awesome work. And don't hesitate to share your knowledge too. Don't underestimate the knowledge that you've got with that energy. There's a lot of valuable information that you've got there. So yeah, share it. My pleasure. Yeah.
Good work. Michelle, can you pop up your question again, sweetie? Something about medication and
Yep.
recently stopped taking. Oh, it's all right. Here it is. I'll just pop that up.
Yeah, I remember it. Basically, the things that we've already spoken about, really focus on being in the body and feeling what it is you feel while you, like, I have previously been on those type of medications that you've been on, and it is a very harsh adjustment coming off those. And absolutely, the biggest thing they do is numb you, and so you don't feel. And when you don't feel, it creates energy blockages, which eventually leads to disharmony and then dis-ease. And then, you know, the more that compiles, the more you've got to work to undo the damage done. So I mean, I'm only speaking from my experience, but my perspective is yes, you made a very good decision. It's just a matter of everything that's suppressed, you're going to be initially overwhelmed while you start feeling, because it's like you've been so numb from the meds that now you're off them. It's like you feel everything all of a sudden, and it's that initial shock factor that you're like, you know, you're obviously questioning, did I make the right decision? And it's just, you're in hypersensitivity, you know, overdrive at the moment. So just really focus on like the little things to pull you back in, and be very conscious of everything that's affecting you. And, you know, even if you have to push everything away, and set firm boundaries, and just explain to people around you, look, I'm very, very sensitive at the moment. I need you to show me respect and, you know, respect my boundaries.
I love that. She's so excited she had her first bad move.
I know, right? I was on some really heavy duty rubbish there for years ago, and coming off it was so overwhelming and hard, but dealing with everything and getting to where I've got to, like, it was the best decision I ever made. Because, well, I mean, this is just my perspective. I personally don't like the idea of those type of medications, because they are what creates a whole bunch of disease, and that's why so many people haven't healed themselves now. They do more harm than good. I mean, sure, there's moments where there's alternative approaches to everything, is what I'm saying. So, I mean, I'm not a physician. I'm not giving so-called medical advice. you know,
Yeah.
do whatever you wish. But my perspective is, I personally like, you know, when I broke my hand, I didn't even think about mainstream medicine until someone else said to me, like, maybe just go get an X-ray just for that, like for the sake of it. And it was enough for me to go, I'm done with mainstream. I know how to heal myself. So, yeah, anyway, I sort of got off track there, but just really take the time to allow yourself to feel you're already doing. In my perspective, they're all just, I'm just going to say it, bullshit labels. They're just symptoms of energy blockages, suppressed emotions, traumas, all of those things. It's just that they group together things that they don't understand, put it in a book, and call it a label. It's literally just a group of symptoms. And when you get to the core of it, they're all trauma responses and trauma patterns and programs. And the more we look at ourselves and realize, like, and it also, like, for super sensitive people like you're absorbing everything around you. So most of the stuff you're carrying isn't even yours. So, like, you know, anyone and anything around you is a projection projecting their programs towards you. And once you start cutting through the noise, you'll start to realize, like, wow, all of the stuff that I thought that was wrong with me wasn't even my own to begin with, and it's not my stuff. So you start deleting all of that stuff and reprogramming yourself, reprogramming the mind, and suddenly this dis-ease, or, you know, this symptom of bipolar or whatever label they put on it, is actually just symptoms of emotional, energetic, spiritual imbalances. So yeah, it's, in my perspective, you've definitely done the right thing. And it's like, it'll be, from memory, it took me about 6 months for my body to sort of level out. But with the energy these days, 6 months back then is probably more like 6 weeks these days, because the energy is moving so rapidly. But just, yeah, like, you know, even the other day, getting excited for being in a bad mood, like, just really focus on the positives of feeling and allow yourself to feel, but also always question, like, is this mine? Is this mine? Is this mine? And the more you do that, suddenly realize most of it's not even your own. It's the whole system. From everything I've lived and experienced, I've got a really dirty taste in my mouth from it. Yeah, it's just complete numbness. Like, you don't feel anything. And something I've learned now is our super sensitive, super sensitive emotions, feelings, all of it. It's our superpower. That, you know, it's our feedback system. Like, the physical body is the feedback system for our energy body, our spirit, everything combined. And it's, once we start to work with all of the different bodies, like energy body, physical body, like what we're consuming mentally, physically, all of those things, and align all of the different bodies and all the facets, all of these symptoms of diagnoses, like, they just fall away. Like, they don't exist anymore. I don't like saying the labels of what I used to deal with, just because it brings that energy back into my field. And for me, one of the best things I ever did was burn all of my medical records, because I was healed from everything. I didn't need that back in my energy. So I got all of it out of my energy. Like, I literally have no medical records whatsoever now. I burnt every single one because I did not want that association with me anymore. I I healed myself from everything without their help. Like, they were giving me band-aids that were just compiling, needing another band-aid and another band-aid and another band-aid. And the more I looked at myself and said, why is this happening? What's causing this? And started following my intuition, because it's basically all of the things that we end up medicating for is symptoms of us not following our intuition. Like, being in situations and environments and having things around us that are affecting our super sensitive energy body, and it's creating these issues that we then put a label on and then try and escape from by numbing out with medications or different substances or whatever. And it's as soon as we face whatever's causing it, it goes. So yeah,
I was too happy, if that makes sense. When I was on my antidepressants, I was too happy. And I know that sounds weird to say, but it was like I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was numb, but looking at anything because I'm like, oh, everything's fine, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. And they like, the thing is, they go and study, and nothing against them, but they're only reading from a book. Like, life experience is very different than a book.
Yeah, I've been on antipsychotic too. I slept.
Yeah.
And slept and slept. I didn't
I was on
function.
Seroquel, all of that stuff. Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
And
they
the side
tried to give
effects
it to me again. Hey.
Yeah, the side effects, and then the other issues that it causes in the body. 9 times out of 10, it creates more issues than initially you had. So
For you, I just kept hearing, make sure you've got a support person. Okay, find someone that you really trust and that you know can be there for you. So when you're having moments that you feel out of control or anything, you've got someone that can really, like, you can lean on. Okay, you may need someone through these moments, but know that you will get through it in the end. But yeah, have a good support system. Okay.
that's good. Yeah, and don't hesitate to reach out. Like, if I can assist it, like, if you got any questions, I'm more than happy to share my knowledge, like, from my experience. Like I can only share what I've experienced. So yeah, just don't ever hesitate to reach out. Yeah, the more we learn to work with the body, the less we need anything.
Yeah.
And don't doubt as well. Like, if you come across just random things and think they may help, like, don't hesitate to look into it. And like, there are many different natural alternatives for many different things. Just follow the signs, like, follow your intuition, follow the signs, and it will guide you. Like, for me, part of my journey was going full carnivore diet. I rarely eat meat these days, but part of my journey was by me just starting to listen and believe the intuition. And the more I've listened to my intuition, the better in all aspects of my life it's gotten. I don't ever question or distrust my intuition anymore, because I've literally overcome things that were supposedly lifelong and healed things that rapidly, and I've basically proved everyone wrong, which for me, that was sort of my driving force, which I get the feeling that you're very similar, that you do it for yourself, but you also like proving people wrong when they tell you can't do something. So use that as your fuel to fire yourself up to go, I'm going to get through this, and, get through the other side, because it's not going to be that. I feel like you're pretty hungry for it, so I don't feel like you're going to have much issue getting through the other side of it. Thank you. It hasn't been an easy road, I can assure you. There's been many times that I've wanted to give up, but yeah, I'm still going. Anything that's knocked me down has just made me even stronger, so that's what I'm here for. and if I can inspire
And you're like, come on,
help
bring it
others
up.
feel themselves. Yeah, well, I was saying that for the last couple of years. Now I'm like, just bring me like the things that are nurturing, and I'm slowing down a little now. Like I was on a mission for a long time, but I'm kind of where I needed to get to. So it's time for me to slow down and enjoy the the smaller things in life again, and
Yeah.
also share and show and share what I've learned. So yes. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like by ignoring it and then realizing that the intuition would have like it's that is the lesson of listening to the intuition. It's when you get there, it's like "Oh, I should have just listened to my intuition from day one. I wouldn't have had to experience so many hard lessons. It's having a good support system is the key ingredient. People that you can trust.
Come on. Am I here? Am I here?
Yeah, you're back.
Cool. All right, we might grab Tina and then head off because I need to get to bed soon.
Yeah,
Tina. When are you going live, Tina? Is that
you're welcome.
today? Because you're just getting up, aren't you? Mwah. And Michelle, you are so connected. You are like, yeah, just follow your gut, sweetie. 10 p.m. So and I'll try and catch you if I'm awake, okay? Or if I'm free. Tina's doing her first live.
So that's what the nerves are.
8:30. Yeah, I'll be up by then. I'll be up. Just flick me a link,
I'll
Tina. Hey.
if you flick me a link too, I'll have a look at the replay because I probably won't be up at 8:30 in the morning. But yeah, that's obviously I would definitely look at focusing on your breath because you've got that like lump in your throat feeling at the moment. Just remember to be yourself. Don't try and be someone you're not. I'm going back to my first ever live. Listen to. It's up to you. It depends on what energy you're sitting in just before you're going live to either. For me, I can only speak for my experiences from going live. Sometimes I needed to do something grounding, but most of the time I needed something to sort of like amp me up and get me excited. So just really go with whatever you feel drawn to, depending on what you need, whether you need more energy or if you need to just really ground and anchor in. It's just use your discernment and just remember people want to see the real you, not someone that you're pretending to be. So just stay natural. And anytime that nervousness comes up, like you'll probably find from my experience, it was about 5 minutes of like just pure nerves. And then after that, it started to settle down. And then, like, so long as you just like when you feel it get really bad, just take a deep breath and relax, and you'll be fine. And yeah, just know that you'll be fine. Like, there's nothing to worry about. The best things in life are on the other side of fear. Like, I want to mention my skydiving experience. I had a lot of past life trauma, which was to do with airplanes and stuff. I died in a plane crash, and I was just like, I'm sick and tired of this fear controlling me. So I was like, right, I'm going to jump out of an airplane. So I went and jumped out of an airplane, and it was literally the best thing I ever did. Like, if someone said to me tomorrow, I'm paying, let's go skydiving, I'd be like, what time do I arrive? Like, let's go. It was the best thing ever. And same as readings and that, like the first one's the hardest, and then it's easier after that. And depending on where you're at in your journey, if you have, like, don't be afraid if you take gaps. Just remember, like, you got through it the first time, and you'll get that little nervousness. Like earlier today, I haven't done one for, like we said, like a year. And so I had like 30 seconds of like, oh wow, what have I got myself into again? And it was like, oh, I'll be fine. Then you just breathe through it, just let it go, and just program the mind that it's going to be awesome. And so long as you keep telling it's going to be awesome, then it will. And there's, you know, as long as you're just being real and authentic, people will love it. Like people will either resonate with you or they won't. Just have fun. Yeah, just that was probably the biggest not mistake, but the biggest lesson I learned from the first two. I think I wasn't bringing my personality with it. I was being very clinical. So bring your personality out in it and just be authentically you, and you'll do awesome. Don't underestimate yourself. We sell ourselves short way too often. Thanks, Margaret.
Yeah.
Yeah, just breathe.
Okay,
That's
I heard that. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to let myself know.
I am absolutely hanging to go cage diving with great whites. No, never, ever, ever let fear hold you back. Like, you don't want to be sitting there in 10 years' time going, wow, I really wish that I went and did that like 10 years ago. I missed the best opportunity of my life. You do not want that regret. It's like, if there's fear, just face it head on and go, what's the worst that can happen? I make an ass of myself. Who cares? I'll just laugh at myself. Like, that's the way I look at life now. Is I literally don't care what people think. If I would need to face a fear or take a risk, like, I'm doing it. And I actually go out of my way now to look at, I'm like, where's some fears? Like,
I've still got one big fear that I ain't facing yet. Tina, I think it's actually going to go a lot better than you think. I think you're actually going to get quite a few strong messages come through, and I'm just getting a as I'm saying that. So pay attention to what you're hearing when you're live, sweetie, okay? And trust what you're getting. If it doesn't make any sense to you, that's okay. It will make sense to the sitter.
and even if it doesn't initially make sense,
you're
it
gonna
may
surprise
make
yourself
sense later. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're going over
no,
each other.
absolutely. When people say, "Oh no, that's not resonating," hey,
we're going over each other.
That's so true, though. No, sorry. That is so true, though. If we say, oh, blah, 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 it may not be happening right this second, but it may come up in a week's time or you don't hear. Pay attention.
Yeah,
just sit.
Yeah, whatever's coming through, just give it to them, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to you, because it'll make sense to them. And even if it doesn't make, she's talking about clairaudient. Whatever way you get your messages, whether it's cards or whatever, just give it however you get it, and just like I've had times where I've given people messages and then they've come back, like they've said, oh, that doesn't resonate with me. And they've come back a month later and said, that makes sense now. And so people often get hung up on messages being there and then, but it's not always for now, even though we think it is. Like, and that's actually something the near-death experience taught me. Was I thought a lot of things were about to happen straight after the near-death experience, because I experienced things that were going to happen. And I realized that no, it's not. Like, even though everything is happening right now, the time does differentiate depending on timelines and stuff. So you may intuitively get through a message that the person's going to be heading down a certain timeline, and then it will become relevant, but they may not be in that timeline. They may be about to jump. So yeah,
This is
just
like a faith.
that's a good way to start. And if you get, like, you may find that you just intuitively get little bits drop in here and there. Like, the more you practice just putting out whatever you're getting, the more you build on it. Like, and you're doing it with friends, so they'll be there to support you. Like, just
Yeah.
you'll do awesome. Sending you lots of love, and you'll do good.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, just breathe, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's literally that simple.
No, I still get I still get butterflies as soon as I hit that live button. I go into here we go mode. You probably see me when we start. I come in and go and that's me getting over my little nerves. And I've been, how long have I been going live? Oh shit. 2 years, I think. Yeah. Sorry, yes. Oh, come on, internet. Oh, you are going to be amazing.
She is.
Okay, and on that note, before, hang on, let's just see. Tina. Yeah, you're clear. Your hearing is gonna, now hearing isn't just literally what you can hear. It's also if you hear it inside your head. I feel that you stepping out into this, sweetie, is going to be a big shift for you. It's going to open you up a lot more. Just make sure you ground. Just make sure you ground it and put do your shielding and only ask for the light to come in, okay? Just to protect yourself and protect everyone that's in the show. I always ask for the Christ consciousness, source energy to come in and send love out to everyone. So just, you'll be fine.
Something I want to add as well is between, like, as soon as you finish a reading, clear energy, like flush your energy through, clear it, and then start the next one, because otherwise you can get bleed through coming through from the previous person into it. Same as with your cards, like, make sure you just, like, intentionally clear the card energy and then pull that next. Like, if I was to use cards, the way I would do it is, like, say I was going to pull cards for you, I will clear the energy from the cards. Like, you can just knock the cards or whatever technique you want to do, and then I will pull your energy and channel your energy into the cards. Then I will shuffle and use cards, and then vice versa. Like, as soon as I finish that reading, clear it. Like, really focus on clearing your energy. And then at the end of when you finished your live, really go and flush your energy, because you will pick up other people's energy and you don't want to be taking on everyone's stuff. And that's the biggest lesson that I had to learn, was not absorbing everyone's stuff. So I do it after, like, between each person. Like, I'm really conscious of clearing my energy so that I'm not, energetically tired and taking on everyone's stuff. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, definitely remember to close down afterwards.
Yeah. Because you will end up so burnt out. Whereas, so long as you keep, like, energy hygiene, like, we should be taught energy hygiene as kids, because we wouldn't have the issues that we have otherwise. Like, that's where most things stem from, is energy hygiene or lack thereof.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
And reading burnout from being sucked dry from doing too many readings is a very real thing too.
Yes, I felt that. Jamie saw me
Whereas
after
now,
the expo. I was like,
Whereas now, the way that I do it now is I'm always channeling and pulling energy in non-stop. So I don't ever, like, I could go for another 2 hours if we wanted. Like, I don't use my own energy for readings. I use source energy.
yes. But some of us have to
Anyway,
get up
you're
early.
pulling a card.
Yeah, some of us do have to get up early. And function. Okay, Tina, what's going up, Tina? Yeah, sweetie. Yeah, okay, yeah, just as I thought, sweetie. Yeah, so you stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out and showing people the real you. This is as nerve-wracking as it feels. You're gonna breeze through it. This is going to I've kept hearing leap of faith before, and this is going to open you up to so much more. It's going to be very empowering for you, and you're going to I feel your intuition, everything's going to come in a lot stronger. So really, as we've been saying, when you get a message, however you receive it, say it. Sometimes when they come through, if it doesn't make sense, that's why you'll hear me say, I'm seeing that, because to me it's not making any sense. But when the person on the other end goes, oh yeah, I understand, that is blah, blah, blah. So I do feel you're going to get a lot more clarity in things, in every aspect of your life, sweetie. But there is something that you need to be very truthful to yourself and also to others about. There's the truth card's just kind of sitting on the deck, popping its head up. So if there is any situations around you, if you know that it's not for your highest good, be very truthful to yourself about whether you need that in your life anymore, whether you need that in your energy. So yeah, there's a mirror on that. So be very truthful with yourself, sweetie, moving forward, and don't allow stepping into kind of all this. There are a lot of people that will set firm boundaries for yourself. Don't overgive to everyone, because we do need that energy exchange, or else we can become overwhelmed and exhausted. So just be very mindful. Like, set your boundaries, and it's okay it's healthy to have boundaries. It's really healthy to have that self-love. Yeah. So smile card, and then we're gonna go, guys. Hey,
Go on.
my crown got numb. Your crown got numb. Okay, let me just read this, and then spirituality. By opening your mind up spiritually, you become more thoughtful and peaceful. Your spiritual journey is inspiring others. Perfect.
That's basically, you're starting to channel energy. So even that video, the YouTube link that I sent from the guided meditation that I did, that is actually would be really good for you to start working with energy. But what I wanted to mention is, you got to find your own way. You can find people that can assist you on your journey, but you need to only take what resonates. I could not care less if someone's read for the last 50 years. If they tell me something and does not resonate with me, I will not take that on. So just because someone has been doing it for a long time, don't take it as that is the only way to do it. You can learn everything. Like, I've done very minimal study and stuff, and I'm very much self-taught, and you can pick up things in any form you want. the main message is don't let people push their beliefs onto you. Like, we've all got our own journeys, our own truths, and whatever's true for me is true for me. That doesn't mean it is true for you. So I don't want to see people get pulled down. You have to do things XYZ. It's just take everything everyone says with a grain of salt and find what works for you and experiment and build your own way of doing things. Like, there is no wrong way of doing things. The only wrong way is not doing things, or making yourself believe that you're going against your intuition, like, because that's what you're here to do, is follow your intuition. So don't question it. Like, and if you get a bad vibe from someone, like, don't hesitate that you don't have to read for certain people. Like, if you get a bad vibe and someone, you can say no. And also, anyone that's trying to give you information, like, don't hesitate to say thanks, but doesn't resonate, see you later.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm really sick and tired of seeing in these communities, is people pushing so hard. Like, I'm very firm in my beliefs and stuff, but at the same time, like, only take what resonates with you for your experience. So yeah, we've all got to find our own truths. So yeah, I hope that's helped.
Well, it's true.
I just don't like seeing people get taken advantage of or programmed into doing things that, doesn't work for them.
And everyone's on their, like, everyone's on not everyone's on the same journey. Like, we're not all on the exact same timeline. We're not, everyone has their own path, their own.
And don't ever compare yourself to other people either. Like, that's the biggest pitfall you'll ever make, is putting other people on a pedestal or thinking, oh, someone's way further ahead. It's like, you've had your journey for your unique experiences to teach people your unique story. And so whatever it is that you bring. And so, like, when you're doing a reading, like, the way that, do it, take tonight, for example, like, I'll read someone's energy and then I will bring it into whatever it relates to from something from my story, so that it brings that personal touch, but it also allows people to see it from my perspective, instead of me just saying, like, oh, you should do this, this, and this. Like, the more personalized and the more you bring yourself into it, the better, and the faster you will expand. That's my advice. Yeah, exactly. Everything is perfectly fine timing. Like, just that was something I got caught up on partway through my journey. Was I was looking at other people, going, "Oh wow, they're way further ahead than I am," and that's when you start doubting yourself, and that's when you start creating blockages, and it makes it harder. And even, like, someone said to, I don't even know who said it to me, but they said, don't take big gaps while you're learning. The best thing I ever did was take a 6-month gap from readings to learn how to heal and work with energy, and then came back, and it was like I was 10 times better at reading. And then, I haven't done a reading for probably like a reading like these for like a year. And, if I looked back at my last readings, I'd be way better than they were. So, yeah, just do whatever feels right for you.
And there's nothing, like, I know if I'm not in a good place, like if I'm really having a rough patch, I do worry about giving readings, because my own crap can sometimes, not have the message come through clearly, or my own shit. I get triggered sometimes, and blah, blah. So I always try to make, that's why there was a patch where, some Sundays I wasn't going on, because I just wasn't I was dealing with other stuff. And, it's okay to put you first. Don't feel like you have to read for everyone, because you need to look after you as well through all this, because it's this journey is like this. You know, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, and it's okay to have your downs. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just get back
and
up.
your downs are always your growth periods. So you'll have that deep dive and you'll learn something valuable, and then you'll come back up, and you will expand from every dive that you go down. And eventually, like, instead of the massive roller coaster, like, it'll start getting easier and easier.
A bit smoother. It'll get a little bit smoother.
That's it. A little bit. Saying that, I've just come out of like one of the biggest dark nights of my life. But it was massive.
Yeah,
it was a massive initiative.
This energy brought up a few things for me too. I was like,
That's awesome.
oh, okay, guys, we're
Always
gonna head
gotta
off.
start with those first. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Amanda,
Been an
don't. Yeah,
absolute-
you're amazing yourself, sweetie. You're amazing. Okay, so yes, thank you, everyone. Hopefully, you can hear me through my little spiel. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined us tonight, everyone who's shared, everyone who's commented, everyone who's donated, everyone who's given us, your time as well. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Jamie, for coming along and popping on with me. It's been awesome.
My absolute pleasure.
So yeah,
thank you, everyone.
We'll try and do it another time. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good night or a good morning or a good evening. I'll get my words out in a minute. So yeah, thanking you.
I'll be back soon. Lots of love, everyone.
Good luck. Good luck, Tina.